Hello, I'm Kieran Lynch and welcome to OviCast, the Teagasc Sheep podcast. Each episode will bring you latest insights, advice and technical updates for the sheep industry. We're joined by Teagasc Grass10 advisor Niamh Doyle to give a monthly update on grassland and management tips for the month ahead. Niamh discusses opening covers on farms and the current growth rates. We discuss fertiliser prices and targeted application, and we finish up the episode discussing grazing management. We hear now from Niamh.
So Kieran, we had a very good back end there for grass grow, and therefore that expectation that opening covers would be good. However, grass grow over the winter was average and some flocks did graze later too. We're seeing that opening covers have gone back a bit since December, and we're also seeing that swards with a higher level of dead material as well. However, good grazing conditions and spreading fertiliser on these swards will help them recover. And also that colder weather there over the last few weeks did not help opening covers or grow conditions over the past few weeks.
Niamh Doyle rule of thumb is still better have it in front of you than be looking for it. In terms of current growth rates and that, have we seen a little bit of an improvement over the last week?
There has been a slight improvement in growth conditions there since the weekend with that increase in soil temperatures. Soil temperatures now are at between 8 and 9 degrees. We see across the country the grass getting greener with these growth conditions improving, and these growth conditions will continue to improve as we approach March. However, the challenge is this heavy rainfall coming over the next week with 50mm forecast for Cork, 65mm forecast for Sligo and 40mm forecast for Meath.
Niamh, it's not just ideal conditions at the moment for fertiliser, but when we are talking about that, what have prices been come back like on it? What should farmers be looking at purchasing, having the yard to spread?
I suppose the most important thing is have the fertiliser in stock in the yard. In terms of fertiliser prices then, they have increased slightly there in the past week. Fertiliser has increased there by 20 to 30 tonnes since last week. So urea there at the moment is coming in about 530 a tonne, close to 530 a tonne, and protect urea is coming in close to 580 a tonne. And I suppose these are the types of fertiliser to use first on your first round in spring. Then you'll be looking at your compounds then for late March/early April.
Niamh, just in terms of conditions at the moment, obviously this week there's a lot of rain coming in, it's not going to be ideal for spreading. What do we need to look out for and where should we target that first?
I suppose the key thing is target spreading. So aim for your drier parts of the farm that are suitable for spreading. Don't just wait and wait for a blanket spread. You need to look at ground conditions and also then weather conditions. So minimum 6 degrees soil temperature is needed. Do not spread on wet soils, and also ensure at least 48 hours without heavy rain is forecasted after application. You want to target this fertiliser then to fields with high perennial ryegrass content and fields with a cover greater than 500 kilos of dry matter per hectare or 5 centimetres. Fields with a lower grass cover should be targeted for slurry or farmyard manure where available.
And in terms of rate on the first application, Niamh, of course that is depending on stock rate, but how much should farmers be looking at going with?
For the first round application, apply between 50 and 25 kilos of protect urea, so a third to half a bag per acre. And this also will depend on your demand and then when conditions are suitable.
Niamh, in terms of grazing, some have started lambing already, some will be trying to get some of the dry stock out. What are a couple of tips on grazing management at the moment and what did they need to be looking at?
For those that are out grazing, I suppose it's grazing that sward tight, especially for the first round, to 3.5 to 4 centimetres. And then for those who are not out grazing, there is the opportunity to get dry stock out, such as your hoggets. But bear in mind that keep the priority areas for your ewes and lambs. So they're your paddocks that are near the sheds with plenty of shelter.
Niamh, if they do get them fields grazed off early, again, a rest period could be beneficial and those get going again.
Yeah, so it is important that if you are grazing fields to keep a rotation, especially with your dry stock. So graze it out and get moving on and kind of keep them in rotation then. Get off them fields and let them regrow then. So you'll have it then for your second round.
Niamh, look, thanks for the update. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a lift in the weather and things kick on a bit.
Thanks very much, Kieran.
We leave it there for this episode. For anyone who wants to subscribe to Teagasc Grass10 newsletter, I have included a link in the show notes where you get a weekly update from them on all things grass related. That's it for me. For updates on the sheep programme, keep an eye on our Twitter page at Teagasc Sheep. I'm Kieran Lynch. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us wherever you get your episodes.